Hi, this is Wishop, and this is your card reading for, well, it's really our card reading, but for the new moon, the Leo new moon of July 23rd, 2017. If you follow astrology at all, you know things are getting pretty exciting. We're going to have a partial lunar eclipse on August 7th in Aquarius, which makes sense because it's right across the wheel from Leo. And then, because this new moon of the 23rd is only at 0 degrees Leo, our next new moon on August 21st is also going to be in Leo. And that new moon is also the Great American Solar Eclipse. So, depending on where you are in the US, you may be able to see the sun completely occulted by the moon. And so that'll be that classic sort of solar eclipse that people talk about, where the moon will cover the sun. You'll feel the temperature drop and the winds whip up. It'll be that really kind of grand and awe-inspiring event. So there's a lot of resources online to look up information on that. But what that means is we're really, as the nodes shifted to Leo and Aquarius, the moon's nodes, we're now really working that axis between Leo and Aquarius. And so Aquarius is high-minded, capable of great feats of imagination and intelligence, highly humanitarian, very forward-looking. So as you can imagine, well, and it's an air sign, so there's tons of great stuff involved with it. But it can sometimes be so collectively humanitarian that at a personal level, it can almost get inhumane, where it doesn't matter what's good for you as an individual because we have to fulfill this perfected ideal, which will come true tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. And what Leo does is says, well, what about today? How can we enjoy today? How can we be individuals today? How can we fulfill our creative potential today? So the idea is that you don't want to give up the future and your idealism and your high principles and your amazing inventions and innovations of Aquarius. But you also don't want to give up what you can enjoy today or run roughshod over the opportunities that today offers to fulfill yourself, to enjoy your individuality, to be the ruler of your own life. So these forces are coming into balance here, or at least we're getting the opportunity to do it. And where Leo loves individuality, it loves individual pride, it doesn't mind stepping out in its own unique nature. We're getting opportunities to do this over the next month. And so if you've been cautiously moving that direction, this is now a time to make much bigger, bolder steps, and you'll probably find that you're very enthusiastic about doing it. So it's a great time to have fun with whatever it is you're doing, and really think about how you are enjoying the days. So I decided to do Lenormand. Well, I flipped cards and they said Lenormand. So we're doing Lenormand from Pixie's Astounding Lenormand by Edmund Zebrowski. And then we'll have an oracle card from the Sacred Rebels deck, which I thought was very Leo because it's a very creative, individual, expressive kind of an oracle deck. And that is by Alana Fairchild. So let's start with the Lenormand. The sun. Now, really, I could have set up these cards and picked this, but I didn't. The sun, which is Leo's card, which is the central focus of what we're doing. Right now, the sun, well, not right now, every day the sun is one of the best cards in this deck. Pixie's Astounding Lenormand uses art from Pamela Coleman Smith, the artist behind the Rider-Waite deck. And so there are lots of Rider-Waite images. So the sun is also one of the best cards in the tarot deck. This is luck, blessings, success. It is newness, freshness, vigor, strength, creativity. It is all that beautiful stuff that we think about in the high summer when things are just at their absolute peak. And really, there's nothing else to say about this particular card except that the sun is shining on you. So this is a great time in this new moon of the 23rd, and think also all the way through the eclipse, where we're going to have another new moon in August 21st. This entire almost month in there is a time for intention setting, whether or not you're doing it through writing them in a journal, or your intention setting by starting in some even small way, some passion that you care about, or returning to something that feels very true for you. This is a lot about authenticity. Who is the real you? And how do you find ways to express that, to combine that with the you that you are in groups, in associations, in organizations? How do you bring that true individual you into those places harmoniously? So this is a time where anything that you pick up in a serious way over the next month is likely going to be a seed planted for a good long time. The last time we had an eclipse like this in the U.S., with totality visible in the U.S., was almost 100 years ago in 1918, I believe. So this is pretty splendid. So this is a great time the whole month for intention setting. So don't feel rushed. You can really think about, where is your heart at? Because that's what Leo wants to know. Where is your heart at? What do you love? What fills you to overflowing with joy? And then how do you bring the rest of the chakras, like if we think of the heart and the solar plexus chakras being very Leonine, how do you bring the rest of your intellect, your expression, your physical power, your sense of security and creativity? How do you bring all those into the service of your heart, which is like the traffic cop that controls this interface from the divine above and the deeps below? So let's see what else we have. The mountain, the clover. Isn't that nice? Okay. So for me, sorry for the sniffles. For me, the mountain is a Saturnine card. Its traditional Lenormand meaning often has to do with obstacles, problems, blockages, things which are very hard to move. As you can see here, those are in the past. There are areas probably of long-term blockage that you have been addressing. And in addressing those, if you see this like snowy capped mountain, you see the sun. The sun is rising over the top of all that. And we're even getting to the rainbow, because on the other side we have the clover. And for me, the clover is also a Piscean card. It's Jupiterian. It has a lot to do with luck and expansion. You know, this is the four-leaf clover. It's that kiss of luck. It's something good and something sweet. And I think Leo has a lot to do with enjoying the sweetness of life. And so if we think of this as like coming out of a winter, a kind of emotional winter that's been very difficult, and I know a lot of people have been going through heavy difficulties, and now we hit the this sunny point, we're now able to enjoy these moments of sweetness. And I think the clover is a good card here because the clover is small. So what we're saying is enjoy the things in front of you, which is very Leonine to do. Enjoy the small things. Enjoy the things you can touch and feel. This is kind of a stop and smell the roses card for me. It's a card that implies appreciation of what's around you and saying it doesn't have to be the be-all and end-all. It doesn't have to be a permanent change. You had some pretty permanent-looking things in the past, and I think they were difficult. So let's not over-idealize permanence. Sometimes permanence means something permanently kind of sucky. And so sometimes something transient, like a clover, can be a moment of beauty that is enriching to your heart and to your mind and to your soul. And in being enriched, you now have the strength, even as the clover may fade, you now have the strength to face whatever's ahead of you. So let's look at the Sacred Rebels Oracle card and see what we get. I love it. Dream a beautiful dream. This is a gorgeous card. And let me read it to you. Oh, here we go. And it's very Leonine. Sorry again for the sniffles. The urge to create is the same within you as it is for the universal creator. It also has the same magical ability to draw harmony into being and to find beautiful order in chaos. This includes bringing harmony and the perfect balance of well-being into your body, mind, and emotions. This is also the part of you that wants to dream of beauty and bring it to life in as many ways as possible, in how you eat, dress, look, behave, make love, create art, relate to your community, write your poetry by moonlight, or bathe by candlelight. I think this is important because not all of us find beauty and passion and meaning in the same places. And Leo says, that's great. It's a big world, and there's a need for every unique contribution. So no matter what your individual passion is, this is not about fitting into someone else's idea of what deserves the spotlight. This is about fitting into your own authentic true self. So now back to the book. If you've come to believe that your love of beauty is superficial rather than a genuine expression of your heart's appreciation of symmetry, harmony, and grace, you may block your ability to create harmony in your life. You may believe it to be an unworthy goal. Yet beauty, genuine beauty rather than superficial glamour, flows from within. It is an expression of radiance within the heart and a love of life. If you have struggled with the obsessive attitude towards beauty that tends to prevail in human culture, it is time to look to nature instead. Her beauty is boundless, quirky, and endlessly diverse. If you feel blocked, thwarted, or contaminated by others in your quest to bring your beautiful dreams to life, you may feel that your heart is dulled, minimized, or shut down. Small-mindedness can limit beauty to a very narrow physical sense. However, you can shun the social disease of superficial, narrow definitions of beauty, thumb your nose at airbrushed images, and dare to love what is. Give yourself permission to feel and be beautiful in many ways. You can feel harmony outside of what is supposed to be harmonious. If you are brave and wild enough, you can even find beauty and harmony against the chaos of change. This oracle also comes with a particular message for you. There is a situation in your life where you feel uncertain about your ability to fix or heal. You may feel inhibited or lack inspiration. However, the beauty of this situation is not revealed by what you attempt to do to it or through trying to impose the right dream upon it. It will be healed and perfected through the revelation of the beauty that lies within. I had to abbreviate that greatly, but I hope you get the message, and I hope you have a rockin' new moon in Leo.